going on, JakkalsFox? My name's Jackal, and welcome to Minecraft. That is right, after all of these years of continuously wanting to having done this, not that you guys would ever have known that I wanted to do Minecraft videos, I am finally getting into Minecraft Java Edition. Not to be confused with the Bedrock Edition or the Star Wars DLC that I did once before. No, this is Java Edition. This is the one where I'm going to be doing my own kind of series, my own kind of creative, not creative, survival series, where I can get to build anything I want. So that's right, after all of this time that I've been wanting to do some Minecraft Let's Play videos, I am finally gonna get into it. You guys will probably, if you have watched my Doors Paradox video, I've heard that I plan on trying to narrow down the kind of content that I was trying to make, and this is kind of the way I wanted to do it. I wanted to start focusing a bit more on Minecraft, because, look, the thing is that at the end of the day, I've always wanted to be a Minecraft YouTuber. It's the entire reason as to why I started my YouTube channel in the first place. And now, finally, after all these years with me finally being the owner of Minecraft, or not the owner of the Minecraft, but being an owner of a Minecraft copy, but I'm now finally going to be able to do that. And now this is my way of finally starting to do that. And it seems like we already got a bunch of good stuff. Ooh, even a fishing rod with lure. That's definitely going to help us out. Because one of the things that is definitely OP in this game is a fish farm. And that's the kind of thing that I want to be working on starting first off in this. Now, if you guys probably have seen some of my community posts on my YouTube channel, you guys would know that I have tried to do Minecraft once before, but it kind of failed because, yeah, my computer gave me problems again. I had to reset my computer, and in the process, I also lost my world. So, yeah, not fun. So now I'm wanting to redo that. I'm here trying to do this all over again, playing Minecraft again, even though I was really sad that I was not able to do the kind of thing that I wanted to in that series, because man, did I have a good idea for what I wanted to do there, but that's not gonna happen. So one thing that's possibly gonna be happening a lot of in this first episode is just me looking around, exploring, seeing what the world has to offer, and then from that I'm then gonna decide what it is that I want to build. And yeah, that's gonna be taking some time, seeing as I don't even know what I want to build, but we'll have to wait and see how things go along. Oh yeah, before I forget, let me just type in C. So that is the C down there. So if any of you guys want to be joining me on this world, or not joining me on this world, but if you want to be playing on the same world as I am, there's a C for you. And also that's just a backup, so that when I do lose my world, well, not when, if I do lose my world, then I'll at least have the world C, so I'll be able to then get back and try to rebuild everything. Not like I tried to do that previously, but I didn't have the seed, so I couldn't do that. So yeah, basically, all that I'm doing right now is I'm just looking around at possible places that I'm going to be building my starter base, and also just collecting up some things that I'm possibly gonna be needing a little bit later on, like for instance food. That's definitely gonna be a good idea. But also I'm gonna be needing myself some wool, which I now have free white wool of, so I'll be able to make myself a bed. There's a few things that I'm gonna be needing, and there's a few things that are probably on the to-do list. Like I said, number one is possibly gonna be finding a place for my starter base, which possibly is not gonna happen for quite some time. I mean, I probably spent about 1 hour in my previous world when I tried to find the location that I then eventually settled on. One thing I also need to try to find is possibly just a mine system, just so I can find some basic minerals. I'm definitely gonna be needing coal. That's one thing on the to-do list. I already have 9 coal, and there's a little bit more, so I'll definitely be sorted just a little bit if I'll just be able to find some of this. I especially need torches, but mostly I need the coal just so I can have a fuel source to be able to cook the food that I've got. So now you guys are basically wondering, what exactly is my plan for this? Well, the answer to that one is I don't exactly know. I mean, I'm basically just sitting here. I've decided, you know what, I wanted to do Minecraft for quite some time, and I've done multiple failed attempts at trying to record this, and now I decided, you know what, heck, I'm not gonna be stopping with the recording until I am at least satisfied with being able to produce a first episode, which is kind of one of the things. I really do want to focus on my Minecraft a lot when it comes to my YouTube channel, because like I said, I've always wanted to be a Minecraft YouTuber, because I see Minecraft as one of the ways of being creative, and you are just free. You can do whatever you want in this game. I mean, if you want to be building a skyscraper as high as the build limit, you are free to do so. If you want to be building a deep underground base, you are free to do so. And I'm going to be running away because there's a creeper. But you get the idea. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do, and you are free to do it all. So that's kind of one of the reasons that I want to be focusing on Minecraft so much, because I see all of the freedom that this game has to offer. I just hope you guys will be sticking with me, so you guys will be enjoying the ride along with me. You know what? I kind of like this place. This place looks very nice. And I'm already getting a few ideas. Like, how do I put it into words? I almost feel like there are 3 factions that I'm seeing. One faction over there, one faction over here, and one faction over here. Each of them having a sort of tower on each of these mountains. And then all of them have a sort of city or a valley that's down here that controls almost everything. It's very funny, isn't it? I don't know how... If I do have this idea in my head, the next question would be, what are those 3 factions? And then the other question would be, how would I make this work? I feel like this is the place where I can possibly build something, but I don't know what it is that I can build. I just know that this place is kind of screaming to me. It's like the elevation of everything just has something about it. I accidentally left my mic there. There is something about this place that makes me want to build here. But what it is that I want to build, I don't know yet. Because also one thing that I'm also starting to realize is this idea of mine, there isn't enough space in between these mountains for me to be able to achieve it. There's a lot of inconsistencies, but I also feel like this is a good place for me to be able to try and build something. I'm liking those cliffs. I'm liking the river. I don't like so much this area over here where it's indented. I'm possibly going to need to reworking on that. But I am getting a lot of, like, I'm getting a lot of ideas just by looking at this. Not ideas of what to build, but I'm like getting ideas of just a possible empire that can be situated here. It's funny, ain't it? I don't know. I don't know what it wants. I don't know what I want from this. I'm getting a lot of ideas for things here, and I don't know how to put my mind at ease. I don't know what it, like, there are so many ideas that's flowing through the head. Ooh. But the question would be, is there enough space for this? Is there possibly enough space? I'm gonna need to scout it out a little bit more. I'm gonna need to scout out this area a little bit more just to see if this is possibly something I want to do over here. Okay, so currently, here's my thought process. There are 3 things that that almost ended badly. There are 3 things that I possibly want from my entire build. I want a place where there can be a dock, a place where I can build ships. I also want an area where I could possibly have a flat out surface where I could then build out a bunch of houses. And then I need to have a spot like on top of a hill where I could build something grand, like maybe a castle. Those are the 3 things that I'm currently thinking about inputting into my build. What that build is going to be, I don't know yet. Like I said, currently I'm getting like creative ideas from this place, but what's going to be coming out of it, I still don't know. There is still a lot of stuff that is going through this head of mine. Oh, I just thought of something. Okay. I just got an idea. I think this is gonna be the place where we're gonna be building. And oh my goodness, I've got so many sweet ideas for this. This is not even funny. Oh, okay. This is gonna be fun. So yeah. Okay. So what basically is my idea for this? Well, for starters, like I said, there is definitely a bunch of potential here to be able to build a bunch of houses around this area and possibly having some kind of castle up here. There's a terrace in there, which I definitely have an idea for, but I think I'm going to leave that for a future episode. I'm going to leave that as a surprise. Maybe one day I'll start working on that, but just not yet anyway. And then there's also this area around here, which I basically think I'm gonna need to rip out, even though I do like the structure, or I like the way this world has been generated, but I don't see my plan working for this if I keep it. But man, do I have a bunch of ideas for what's to come. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go to bed, and after that, I'm possibly gonna need to decide where is my first house going to be. Because one of the things that I also want to do is that the first house I want to build, it needs to be the first of many. Meaning I want it to be kind of like a memorial. And I can put it that way. It needs to be a starter base that's gonna stick around for quite some time. Okay, so basically I've been sitting here for about, I don't know, like 10-20 minutes. I don't know how long it's been since I kind of found this place, but I've been debating this entire time whether or not I actually want to stay here. And I've come to the conclusion, yes, I do. But now I've also started to realize that currently my plans, or I've got a bunch of ideas, but I've got nothing concrete that's on paper yet. So what I want to do instead is I may want to just build something a little bit off to the side. Something that is not close to this area. And then from that, I can then eventually put my ideas together and start thinking of what I possibly do want to do. Because right now, if I want to be thinking about the end goal, that's not going to happen until I actually start like putting something to pen or put something to paper yet. So what I have decided, I am going to basically go over there. I think that's going to be a good place for a farm. So I want to try and build a farmhouse over there. And I don't want to say try, because basically I just came up with this thing like on the spot. So I want to try, I'm going to be first building a little farmhouse over here. Basically a little bit of a farm that has a, you know, just some wheat growing on the fields. And then from that, I'll eventually be able to come up with my ideas that I'll then be able to transfer into my build. Whichever build that is into my city empire build that I want to be doing. So of course, the first thing that I kind of need to do is basically just look at this area around here and actually do some terraforming, which basically the first thing I'm gonna need to be able to do that is I'm gonna need tools. So that's gonna be the first thing on my to-do list. So I guess for now, I'm basically just gonna place down everything down here. Over there. Okay, I've set my respawn point, place my colon here. So I'm just basically gonna start working, or basically just start to see if I can find the basic necessities that I need. I'm obviously gonna need some stone, which means I'm gonna need a quarry. There's a quarry there's a ravine that I saw in the area over there, which I can explore. So definitely stone and minerals have been sorted. And I've got some wood over here. I basically got most of every type of wood, because I mean there's a birch forest right over there across the hill. We've got cherry wood trees over there. Then we also got a dark wood forest that I found a little bit over the hill a little bit that way. So most of my wood types have already been sorted. The question is, I don't think I'm gonna need acacia wood, but that could also be something that I need to try and get. Like I said, there's a lot I'm thinking about, but I don't have anything concrete yet. So let's just first get something started. Like I said, the first thing that I need to start working on is just a little bit of a farmhouse. But for that, I'm gonna need to do some terraforming, and in order to get started on that, I then actually wanted to try to craft a shovel inside the chest. And for that to actually happen, I also need to first just, you know, I don't know what I was saying before. I lost my train of thought completely. But I think for now, all I'm gonna need to do is basically just go around collecting wood, collecting a lot of resources, and then from that, I guess I can then start working on this little farmhouse of mine. Just something that's a little bit small. I can start focusing, or I can start sorting out the actual placement of everything a little bit later. But for now, like I said, this is just gonna start turning into a farmhouse, and I think this up here on the hill is a good place to start. But I think I'm gonna need to just try and shovel it down a little bit. I am also... Do you see that over there? That is coral. Or not coral, that is kelp. Which basically means that over there is an ocean. So this is also kind of fitting into my plan of actually having a bunch of ships that's coming into port. I'm seeing a lot of potential right now in this architecture. Man, there's a lot of things like... Okay, I'm sounding like a broken record on repeat. I'm just saying the same thing over and over again. I'm basically just gonna need to stop myself. So sorry if I'm repeating a lot. I'm just really excited. And there's a pillager outpost. Since when was there a pillager outpost? Well, I didn't notice. So that's also gonna be that's also gonna create some problems. Those pillars are gonna give me some trouble a little bit later if I don't do something about it. But right now is not the time to be doing anything about it. So so currently most of this is a little bit cleared out. I've got an idea for a basic farmhouse, if you can call it that. I'm basically picturing a mansion inside my head. But that's not what I want to be doing just about yet. I mean, that's too big of an undertaking to be taking on in the first episode. Trying to build a mansion in your first episode. Wow, that would just be... I don't know. Would that be a good video? I don't think so. I think let's just start off pretty simple. We're just gonna start off by building a simple farmhouse. This is gonna be our main source of food, or the main source of food for the empire that is eventually gonna be built over there. And I just need to first get some terraforming done. I've already done a bunch of terraforming by getting rid of some of the grass blocks up here. Then I also need to try and extend this just a little bit out. I basically want to have it in the form of a banana. That's kind of weird for me to say, but that's what I kind of want. I want it in the form of a banana. Yeah, that basically looks a lot better. That looks like a kind of shape that I want for this. Now, all I just need to quickly do is go and get myself a new shovel, because my shovel broke, so I can get the dirt that I need in order to be making the terraforming. And after that, we should have a pretty good foundation laid, so that I can then start working on the actual house itself. Except that I kind of need a lot of wood before I can get to that. I'm gonna need a bunch of stone at the same time. Well, I'd say we found the place that we're gonna be mining. This is definitely a good enough place for me to be able to find the stone and everything else that I need. I mean, there's a bunch of minerals in here. So I think this is a good place. I'm going to start mining up a bunch of stone here. And this is possibly going to be my main mine entrance. So anything that I possibly gonna need, I'll possibly find in here. But first things first, I'm kind of gonna need to build myself a stone pickaxe, now that I think about it. And also while I'm at it, I also need to go back so I can get myself some sleep. It was probably at this point where Jackal realized he didn't say an entire word for the past 30 minutes, but also then realized that terraforming isn't exactly the most entertaining side job, so he decided to just keep quiet. Thank you for the patience of any viewer that is watching this video currently. So, I kind of did a little bit of work in between camera. Let me just show you. So basically, I've kind of been just leveling a little bit of the area around here, just doing some terraforming. I haven't done anything apart from that I did want to go into the mine so I can actually get some stuff. I also started, as you guys can kind of see with the good cod that I got, I also then started on fishing a little bit because I also want to get a fish farm underway in between episodes. Or yeah, I just want to start fishing in between episodes so I can get that done. But then there was another problem when it came to fishing, where it seemed to really love giving me pufferfish. Like a lot of pufferfish. And just so you guys know just how much time I actually spent on the terraforming, let me just quickly show you something. This here is my replay folder. Well, replay viewer, basically. This is the thing that where if you got the replay mod installed, this is where everything goes in order to actually like pre-record stuff or like recordings while you're doing the actual playing. As you can see here, I have probably been doing this for almost over an hour. Probably doesn't sound like a lot of time now, does it? Well, that's what old me would have said. Old me, keyword. Because new me, current me, doesn't see this as a lot of time that I've spent on this terraforming. Because I still got studies I need to do. I got an assessment I got to hand down in for next week. So I am technically speaking not supposed to be doing this recording. But then again, I'm like, I don't know, like 30% done with it. And it needs to be in by next week. And most of it is math, so I should be good with it. So you guys can pretty much already see that I've been spending over an hour terraforming. And what have I learned in that time? I refuse to spend another minute on terraforming until I get my hands on diamond tools. One of the main reasons I want to get my fish farm underway is because it can get me a bunch of enchantments that's going to help me out a lot more in the future when it comes to, you know, getting diamond tools and stuff like that. But then I also started to realize that if I actually want to be building a starter house, I'm pretty much going to need to be working a little bit on getting myself different types of wood. Because, I mean, I cannot be having only oak wood with saplings or oak wood trees and having it made out of. And also, these trees are just ginormous. I don't know how this tree managed to grow this big. Like, what the heck? it's like there's something in this ground making it to where it's going to grow just extra big. What I basically thought I was gonna do, I'm gonna try and go off on an adventure to try and find some of the different types of woods that I can find. Mostly those are the kind of things that I need to be looking out for. And then once I've done that, I should then be able to start working on my starter house in the next episode, because I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be having enough time to be able to work on that with all the things I've been doing up until now. I mean, come on, this episode's got to go out next week, so I don't have the time to be able to find the woods, grow the trees, and then build myself a house. That's gonna have to wait till next time. But what I can do is at least start something of a wheat farm, because I mean the entire point as to why I leveled this out in the first place was so that I could actually be making this entire field out of wheat. So that's what I'm gonna quickly do. I'm gonna grab myself a water bucket right over here. Quickly go over to here, just quickly mine out like, I don't know, a 4x4 area, so I actually have a space in order to be making this infinite water source of mine. Then just quickly mine out this, because I mean stone doesn't look that good at the bottom of some water, especially when you're trying to be you know, making it into a farm. Then I'm just gonna quickly make an infinite water source, and then after that I'm gonna start hoeing, and I guess that I can turn into a little bit of a time lapse for you guys to be able to watch. With all that said and done, let's actually start hoeing up this entire field. Try and plant as many seeds as I can, and then while that is going on, I'll be off trying to find just a bunch of different types of wood. And with that, I should finally be ready in order to start hoeing down over this place, just so all of it can be done. So, time for the real fun to begin. And by that, I mean the real tedious work of hoeing this place down. Man, I got a lot of work to do if I actually want to make this into a proper farmhouse. See you guys in a sec. You know, it's kind of stupid. I tilled all of this ground, but I only have enough seeds to be able to fill up this little area.
And this is supposed to be more than a stack of seeds. How does that work? Yeah, I don't know either. But eventually, all of this area is supposed to be covered in wheat, or at least that's the plan anyway. So that means I will have a grand wheat field at my disposal for my bread and as well as the food that's going to be for the city over there. Now, as I did say before, or I actually started with that a little time, I don't even know if that was a good idea or not. I mean, so far, it looks like this episode is going to be very, very boring. Although I need to something to make it a little bit more interesting. So we're going to be doing a little bit of exploration, trying to find ourselves all of the different wood types that I need in order to actually make this possible. Because, yeah, I cannot be building a house of only wood, as I probably said already. I need to have different types of wood, and actually also to try to maybe get a few different things so I can build a few things. There is something that I do want to do, but I don't know if it's going to work. Yeah, I'll need to decide later. But I mean, for now it's all. There are a few things I really need first. And one thing that I kind of want to do is I eventually want to try and make a village farm. So like a villager breeding hub, so that I can actually make like automated food farms a little bit later. But I'm not gonna be doing it in this area. I'm possibly gonna be trying to find an area a little bit far off where I can then eventually turn into that. But that's not gonna be now. That's gonna be later. And so the first thing that I'm possibly going to need to do is possibly get myself a little bit more kitted out, because I mean, as fun as it would be for me to be going in my little bootsies, in my crown, if you can name a golden helmet a crown, I still need some protection. And one of the best things that I'm definitely going to be able to do that with is if I get myself a little bit of an iron sword. So I'm going to quickly grab this, and with that I only have 3 iron ingots, which I can then turn into, I guess, into an iron axe, seeing as the entire point of this is to go and find the different types of wood. So I'm going to turn that into an iron axe, and that's going to be the better version of being able to protect myself, and then also get myself stone pickaxe. I think I'm going to be keeping all these damage tools of mine in here, because I do need to have proper tools in order for this to be working. And of course, I got my lure-free mending fishing rod, which I actually fished up in between cuts when I did some fishing over there. So I at least have a source of food if I do need it. Because yeah, I don't think I'll be able to just willy-nilly be able to chop down a tree and then get a bunch of apples. Well, 1 apple sure would help it. It was at this point that I realized I had enough iron. I didn't need to make this iron axe. I could have made myself a shield to protect myself. Too late for that now, ain't it? Okay, coordinates have been written down. I'm grabbing my bed, grabbing myself my crafting table, as well as crafting myself my furnace. So I should be ready to go off and explore the wild area out there. What we're going to find, nobody knows. We'll have to wait and see what this world has to give me, as well as the lag that it also gives me. Oh my goodness. Now, please, guys, do not forget that if you guys are enjoying this episode, then please, I wouldn't mind it if you do hit that like button. I mean, I really appreciate it. I say as I'm pulling out a sword. I am threatening you. If you do not hit that like button, then I will come at you with my iron sword. Oh, I'm gonna be a little bit screwed if you have diamond armor. Yeah, this entire segment of asking for likes isn't going well, is it? I mostly build out of dark oak in my structures when it comes to the actual framework of it. Just because I like the dark color that it gives. And from that, I'll then eventually start switching over to a little bit of a lighter tone when it comes to building out of the wood types. But I also want to try and change it a little bit to have a little bit more of a a bit of a more similar color palette. Because mostly when I build, I will build out of different types of woods, but then they would just be a tremendous amount of different types that just, I don't know, don't fit together all that well. Look, I've been learning quite a lot about building just by watching Grian's episodes, and I mean, he's kind of one of the best builders I know, or at least he's up there. I mean, there's a few better builders that I know of. He's just one of the best one of the people that I enjoy watching the most. Oh, okay. I guess there is one last sapling that I get to collect. Because this little tree over here didn't want to work with me, so I decided I need to chop down 2 more trees. And now it seems like that one extra tree that I kind of chopped down and gave me the extra sapling that I need. Now we have 4 dark oak saplings, and we'll be able to grow these dark oak with trees on our own base. Ooh! We have found ourselves a ruins portal. Can I grab this? Something tells me I cannot grab that gold because you need iron in order to find that. And in here we got ourselves iron nuggets. We got ourselves a golden shovel. Then we have ourselves a golden chest plate. Oh yes. Okay. So with all of that, we should pretty much be covered on dark oak. Now, the only different types of wood that I'm still going to need is acacia. I'm going to need spruce, and then also I'm going to need, what the heck is this? It's a sunken ship. Okay, didn't expect that, but we just got ourselves a golden shovel with efficiency 5, so I guess we can do some excavating. This excavation job is gonna be real perilous, I'll tell you that much. I mean, just looking at this. Huh. Okay, that ain't gonna be too much of a problem, it seems. I mean, we got ourselves a little air bubble down here. Who knew? This is definitely helping out a tremendous amount. Definitely making things easier for me so I can go into here and then possibly grab myself this over here, where we get ourselves, ooh, a bunch of different lever equipment, as well as some potatoes, wheat, suspicious stew. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm definitely not grabbing poisonous potatoes. I mean, I don't want to be poisoned. Okay, so now that's been done over there, I should possibly start looking around to see if I can find the captain's quarters. Well, right on cue. Here's the door to the captain's quarters. Captain's chest should be right over here. And we got ourselves 2 smithing templates with a buried treasure map. Oh, that's just wonderful. Tropical fish, I don't need you. And of course, I don't need the sticks. Well, now I guess said buried treasure is right over here. The pirates they kind of failed in their mission, it appears. Okay, I guess the buried treasure is right over here next to the ship. How does that work? You know what? I think I'll come back to this on a later stage when I'm actually in need of finding some buried treasure. But for now, let's actually just continue on with our little exploration. I mean, we still need to find different types of wood, and I would definitely like to find myself a village at some point so I can actually then make some future plans for an iron farm. What do you think? Do I look snazzy or what? I think I look pretty good. I mean, got the gold on plated helmet, got the gold plate chest plate, then I got myself a leather boot and leather pants. So I'm definitely good on the armor front. No, I'm not. These are just small pieces I cobbled together out of what I had. Well, something tells me that there's a drowned over here. I'm gonna try it. Oh no! Okay. Okay, I need to get myself out of here. Okay, get out. Okay, I need to get myself onto my boat, and I need to get myself out of here, because these guys with the tridents they're be hurting very badly. Get myself. Oh great, there goes my boat. Run for it. There's another drown over there. Okay, perilous adventures at seas here, people. We've got a perilous adventure here at sea, and I don't need to be making it to where I'm not going to be swimming fast. I need to get myself out of here. Over there. It seems like there's a jungle biome over there, which is pretty good, seeing as I need to get myself some jungle saplings, but also because it is also an island where I can get myself my bed down so I can sleep. And what do you know? We have found ourselves another sunken ship. Grab ourselves the smithing templates, a bunch of emeralds, all of this iron stuff, and ooh, a diamond. That is very nice as well. Okay, but I need to get myself up there so I can get myself some air. Let's see. What is it that I don't exactly need here? I don't need the flint. That I can get rid of. The apple I can just quickly eat. So I have 2 extra inventory slots, which I can then use in order to then be able to go into here. Then grab the last items that I need. It doesn't want to. Well, that gives me the buried treasure map, which I can also use for later. This is the smallest jungle I have ever seen in my entire life. It's just 2 little jungle trees. Now this is what you would call a lost island. Oh my goodness. And if you had ever spawned on an island like this, you would be in real bad luck. Think about it. There's a bunch of achievements, aren't there? Like over here. Husbandry. The world is full of friends and food. There's a lot of stuff in here that I could possibly do in terms of achievements. And I definitely would like to actually achieve all of those achievements at some point in the future, because I am one of those people that likes 100% games. I mean, I've already 100%ed about, I think, 12 of my games that I own on Steam. So I definitely do enjoy pushing every little crevice of content that I can from said games that I do play. So I definitely wouldn't mind doing that for this. But something tells me that even if I do finish all those achievements, it's not gonna end, is it? Minecraft never ends. But with that, we now have 4 jungle saplings, so I should be a-okay, not needing to grab any more of these jungle something. So far I've got dark oak, I have got jungle, I've got oak wood, and I've got birch back at home. There's also the cherry wood with tree. There's also some cherry wood trees that are close to the base as well. So I've got those wood types figured down. All I need is to get myself acacia and then also spruce. Those are the only the only types of wood that I need to find more. Also, I wouldn't mind getting myself some bamboo. Bamboo is a very good burning source. Oh, well now. Uh, so this area over here, I was kind of just hoping to, write down as this is a possible location for a future build that I may want to do. Not what that build is, I don't know. I'm possibly something kind of great. And then I found myself a village over here. So I guess I can kind of just compact those two coordinates into one, writing down the coordinates for this village and saying, hey, it's also a possible location for a future project. That's just something I can do. I mean, this valley looks just amazing. I mean, there's a whole mountain range that surrounds the entire area. Then there's this little center alcove. Alcove is not the right word, but I don't know what the right word is. But it's a center island, if I could put it that way, right over here. Hello there, fair residents. It is good to see that there are actually people who live up here, and that there wasn't just a meaningless climb up to here. Hello, how are you, Mr. Farmer Novice? For 1 emerald, you will give me 6 bread. I have 8 emeralds. I am refusing to give you any of that. How does anybody walk through here with this tree here in the middle? Allow me to chop it down for you. I suppose it could be my little way of I'm just helping out the community, seeing as I've never been part of this community before. But hey, you need to be the light of the world wherever you go, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we have officially walked about 2,900 blocks in the x-axis. And that's not to mention the z-axis, which we have walked a total of 940. Jeez, that's a long distance I have covered. And there we have find ourselves a spruce forest, which after I have collected said spruce wood, I suppose it would be time for me to return back home. I mean, my dear-old witch crops are definitely feeling a little bit lonely without a master being there to protect them. Grow them or to prune them, now that I think about it. Okay, so finally with the spruce wood, I will then be able to return home. I mean, yes, there's the acacia wood which I still have not found, and there's also bamboo, which I kind of wouldn't mind having, but do I really want to go through finding bamboo and also acacia? We have found ourselves another village filled with great goodies for us to find, as well as a bunch of trades. Brown wool and white. Ooh. You, Mr. Shepherd, may be a very good person to keep around. Oh, and there's another ruined portal right over here as well. Man, this world is kind of spoiling me at the moment in terms of things I can grab. Okay, golden carrots, golden chestplate. I mean, currently my golden chestplate has projectile protection. Well, that has thorns. I don't think I need any of this stuff. I can grab it at a later stage. All I need to do is just quickly write down the coordinates. Woo! Oh, that's kind of cool, I gotta say. They're putting on armor on display. That's really good, even though the armor that's on display is very much better than my old armor. I'm not gonna be taking it right now, mostly because I don't have pockets in order to be able to carry it with me. So I think I'm just gonna start chopping down a tree over here with the spruce wood. Then I'm gonna have every single wood type that I need just so I can return home. I mean, I'm a little bit unhappy that I don't have the jungle wood. I'm a little bit unhappy that I don't have the bamboo either, because I mean, bamboo is a very good and easy source of fuel. I mean, if you start growing bamboo, like, you can definitely supply your furnaces with the fuel that they need in order to burn everything. But unfortunately, I don't have that right now, and I'm not gonna be able to do something about right now. I need to return home, so I can then start putting these trees down, start growing them, so I can then start getting things ready for the next episode, where I'll then be able to get started on the actual home, not the actual house, not just looking at a fancy place, not just looking at a small wooden house like this. I mean, no, a proper house that I get stay in. And so, after a long, long day, of exploration and dolphins following me because they think that they can be humans and even playing football with your boat. We have finally returned home. That is right, we are finally back in home, sweet home, back on familiar turf, back on familiar grounds. Right over there, you can see over the horizon or over the hill my chest system over here, my inventory system. And from here, I can now finally just get rid of this, just tidy everything up, and okay, this may have been a terrible idea, but I can just place everything that is in here down, and I don't have to worry about it again. Mostly because I don't plan on going out on another adventure anytime soon. Just look at all of these. Look at everything that just gets placed inside. I possibly didn't need to place everything and inside, but I don't care. I'm just gonna lie on my bed, go to bed, go to sleep. Then in the morning, I will place the rest of all of these items in here. Now, of all of that, we should. Now, as you can see, it seems like the wheat is still far from being done with. Fully grown. Okay, this is gonna be taking a while. I can see that already. But what I can do in the meantime is I can start placing down some of these saplings so they can start growing, just so I can have myself a bit of a tree farm going, or a wood farm going on in the background with all of these different types of trees. And then with all of that done, then the next episode I should be able to start off just by building the house that I'm finally going to be staying in. And then also just quickly filling out this entire field of mine with wheat, or at least I hope so. But yeah, I think that's gonna be a good place to end it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, even though this episode is gonna be the first of many, because I am finally so glad I'm gonna be able to continue on with, just because I quickly have a quick snack. I'm finally gonna be able to actually play Minecraft, and it's gonna be a tremendous amount of fun. I've always wanted to be a Minecraft YouTuber, and even with all the work that I've been doing up until now, I didn't mind it all that much. I mean, before, whenever I had to prepare for an episode or just play in order to get things ready, it was always kind of a slug. But this time around, it just doesn't feel that way. I didn't mind it at all. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, guys, hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you guys want to see more of this, then please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when my next video comes out, and also just hit that like button down below. It also supports me out a great deal amount. Also, if you want to be seeing more from me this very second, then please click on one of the two videos on screen right now, and I will take you to another wonderful, I at least hope, episode video just like this one. And I hope to see you guys when the next video comes out. Keep loving yourselves, guys, and I'll see you guys when the next Minecraft video comes out. Cheers!